of business out back here, I'm afraid. We're getting a little overcrowded in there since they started the special. Now, personally, I think offering $500 for a tube of sperm is a bit much, but we are running short on the time lately. We have a broad range of options for our clients to choose from. So, fill this. And here you go.
Right here? Where's the curtain?
What?
You know, like the privacy curtain?
Like I said, it's overcrowded in there. You're gonna have to make do.
Alright, but like, right in the open, you know? Like,
If you want your money, then yeah.
okay. Can you at least like turn around? Hey. Hey. Can you like occupy yourself with something, like some noise? It's too quiet. I can't like focus. Okay. Thank you. That doesn't help get me in the mood, you know.
Look, buddy.
Well, Randy.
Randy, I don't give a flying dildo about you. I've seen about 1 million cockadoodle doos today, and I'm not gawking at your enormous pipeline to pleasure machine because, frankly, I couldn't give a shit about it. So why don't you do us both a favor, your duty to society, and stick your manhood in that tube so you can get your money and I can fucking go to lunch. Okay? What the hell are you still looking at me?
These magazines aren't really, I need a real person.
Oh my god, no.
I just like.
I'm going inside.
No, wait. Maybe I can, there's somewhere, maybe back there to the alley. Maybe if I go back there, if it's a bit more private, I can.
Go ahead.
Okay. Jesus, I was wondering, while we were discussing, are you a card-carrying member of the LGBTQIA community?
What? Focus on your...
I just wondered why you seem so hostile towards the male reproductive organ.
Excuse me?
Well, you seem to need to let me know how much you hate it.
I don't hate your...
Your hostility is evident.
You were making an ass.
Out of you and me. Mostly you, though. Even so, I think you may have the makings of penis envy.
Oh, how lucky I am. I'm being psychoanalyzed by a distant relative of the famous Dr. Sigmund Freud.
You're sort of right. I'm a psychologist, soon to be psychiatrist, degree in practice just around the corner.
Should I bow in worship or just kiss your feet?
Use my sperm. I don't care about the payment.
Are you insane?
Oh, yeah, check my chart. No mental illness in the family.
What makes you think that I'm...
That you and your partner want a baby?
Partner?
Or wife, whatever.
What makes you think I have a female partner?
You just have that look about you.
Oh, a lesbian?
No, of someone who wants to be a mommy.
I could have a boyfriend.
But you don't. You have a wife. And you want a baby.
You just
Am I right or am I right?
You just caught me so over.
I'm right. Use my sperm. Together we will make one gorgeous, smart, amazing baby.
And arrogant. Right?
My sperm have happy vibes inside of them. They have positive vibes inside of them because of you. You made my sperm happy. And I had the most wonderful picture of you in my mind while I was...
Oh God, no. And
Don't-
besides, the donors are supposed to be anonymous. No dads showing up later wanting to know their kids.
Bend the rules. Or better yet, to hell with the rules. Rules never stopped you before, have they?
No, but there are plenty of donors with your health record, eye color.
Maybe, but I'm everything I've been looking for. Plus, your magic, it entered my eyes, flowed through me, and into...
Yeah,
Full guy right
I
here.
got that.
Yeah. Are you sure you only want artificial insemination? Because I can talk.
No.
Okay. Don't let your biological clock run out.
Don't talk like a horse's ass.
Too late. Okay, well, I'm off.
Wait, what? Do you want my money?
No, keep it. For the baby. A gift from the anonymous donor daddy.
What the fuck just happened? But then again, hey Cassie? Yeah, it's me. You know, I think it might be that time. Long time? Yeah, no, I'm serious. This guy is exactly who we've been looking for. I mean, dark eyes, dark hair, health record checks out perfectly. He's this real Paul Rudd looking fucker, you know? And he's a total smartass, too smart actually. And I will tell you how I know he might just be the one.
There's no place like Wordsworth, not another place at all. There's no place like Wordsworth to lock you up when you fall.
I didn't see you come out.
But alarm bells, the flashing lights, sirens, prison guards running back and forth yelling, smoke cannons, fire. Stillness. That. And then there was nothing.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm late. Couldn't get out of that stinking laundry room.
It's okay. That's why I said at our last class, you have what it takes to be a writer. You have the words. Lots of words.
Yeah, they're spilling out all over the prison yard like socks and underwear. The only problem is,
Yes.
well, I have the words. I just can't seem to get them down. I mean, coming out just now, seeing you write like that, it's so beautiful. It's sexy.
No one can't use words like that, right?
Okay. Smooth. It just flowed. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, if I could just write like that, I would be the happiest person alive. I could be anywhere, really. I mean, I could even be, in prison.
Yes. I think I can imagine that.
Wherever I find myself, I'd have the freedom of experiencing the words in my mind, the representation of them on the page. Go on and on and on for infinity.
And different people could read those words and they would understand your experience. And you, well, you would come to understand it too.
Yeah, the one in the prison yard that could read, and up and down the highways and byways, everyone outside that. Byway? What is a byway anyway?
Maybe a smaller side road.
Yeah. Cobblestone streets, grass paths, patterns of mind. Yeah. Anything would be possible if I could just convey what's going on up in here onto the page. A vast white between two covers of any color. I mean, there's black, there's purple, there's orange, and that's just in the prison yard. I mean, outside there's turquoise, and there's cadmium, and there's vermilion, and what color is vermilion?
Rich red, I think.
That's rich, yeah. Anything would be possible if I could just hold the pen, keep it going until it records what I'm feeling in here, or even when I'm feeling in here.
Nothing to it, but sit down and write.
Well, I don't see that being a problem. I mean, I'm bursting at the seams with scenes from my cave of shadows, and no, the problem's not what to write about. The problem is, well, what do I write about first?
That right there will set you apart from the many people who struggle with the tyranny of the blank page.
Yes, I'll be ablaze with words, streaking across the page, like a meteor or a comet. I never really understood the difference between the two. But it'll illuminate the page for all to see for miles around.
Well, I got some paperwork to do back in the office. I'll be getting another student to tutor, so I've got to go get ready for that. I look forward to hearing what you've written when I get back.
I forgot my notebook. Alright, well, buckle up. There's no telling what you'll be reading.
Till then. I hear you, Carmela. I hear you today. I hear you, Carmela. All the things you have to say.
I apologize.
For what? What do you have to apologize about?
For not being able to write anything.
You're only human. It happens.
Well, I didn't think it would happen to me. But there's no stopping me now. I finally have my computer. I have a place to write outside the prison yard.
Maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
No. Maybe. I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed, to tell you the truth.
Okay, don't be. You've no reason to feel that way. Look how far you've come. You've decided to take yourself seriously as a writer.
I still have so far to go. I mean, I gotta make up for lost time.
Joseph Conrad, one of the finest English writers, didn't know English until he was 17.
17. Okay, I'm not 17. I wish I was. No, I do not wish I was 17. I never want to be 17 again. That was like stupid time. That was when Carmela was at a maximum stupid.
Yes, and you probably would not make those same choices now.
Probably? Come on, cut me some slack.
You're right. You wouldn't make any of them now. It was a different Carmela back then.
That's right. What's more important is, well, it's a different me now, and I wouldn't be able to pull that trigger again.
Maybe we could talk about what you want to write about?
Well, what I want to write about is what I can't write about.
I don't think that would get you into any kind of legal trouble.
That's not the kind of trouble I'm worried about.
Okay? What then?
Well, there's 2 Carmelas that I'm dealing with here. There's daytime Carmela, and then there's the nighttime one. Daytime is fine. I get up, I do my thing, keep everything in order, and then nighttime, it's like a whole different story.
Go on.
You're a smart guy, you can figure it out.
I'm not the one who needs to figure it out.
True. It's like when I close my eyes, all hell breaks loose, and everything that I've kept in check all day long just comes flying apart. I mean, sometimes I don't even know who I
Have you talked about this with anyone? A trusted friend? The counselor? I hear she's pretty good.
am. As little as possible.
Maybe you could take this as an opportunity. If you haven't wanted to talk about it to anybody, well, maybe you could write about it.
But isn't that talking to even more people?
Not if you keep it to yourself.
If it was you?
You don't have to show me either. This could be for your eyes only.
But isn't writing to communicate?
There are different kinds of communication, wouldn't you agree? You know, with others, with yourself.
Guess. A heart to heart, even if it's the same heart?
Talking to your old soul buddy, the one and only you.
Well, I guess that relieves some of the pressure. So what do I write about?
What you dream about at night, your earliest memories, whatever you want to, whatever makes sense to you, whatever will help you. Will AI make us all obsolete?
Where'd you get those blue eyes, Mr. Beck?
What? Oh, good. You're reading poetry.
Yeah. You know it?
Buffalo Bills defunct. My other favorite E.E. Cummings is Just Spring.
That's the one with the creepy old blue man whistling.
Finally.
And then Eddie and someone, they come running out from piracies and marbles and...
Yeah, you got it.
Well, maybe I should write poetry.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I'm afraid I might not say exactly what I mean, and in prose, maybe I don't want to say exactly what I mean.
Well, in poetry, you can sometimes write less and say more, whereas in prose, you can sometimes write more and say less.
Do you ever think you'd be having a literary discussion with a natural-born killer?
Sure. You read, you write, you think. I mean, why not have a literary discussion with you? But I would disagree that you're a natural-born killer. I think you may be a natural-born writer.
How do you know what nastiness lurks within?
We haven't been meeting for very long, so I can't claim to know a lot about you. But what happened to you that night in Baltimore need not color the rest of your life. There's much more to you than that.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the true me. The me that should scatter everyone into hiding. Including you. You could be next. Did you ever think of that?
You're not talking about the Camilla I've come to know. You're a good person.
Screwed up.
You did screw up once, there's no denying that. You could have chosen a much easier path in life, but that doesn't mean you're not a good person now. A lot has happened since then.
I wish you could talk to my mother about this. She needs a lot of convincing.
Your mother may come around eventually. We all change as time goes by. Some things just take a long time for healing.
Bet you never killed someone.
No, I guess not. Directly, anyway.
that supposed to mean?
I may have done something that was not taken the right way, or was taken the right way, and it caused lasting harm.
But you don't know exactly what it was?
I've done things that I am not proud of.
That sounds kind of wishy-washy, mamby-pamby to me. Come on. Oh, on one hand, maybe. On the other, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
The shadow knows.
Wait, you know that show?
Yeah, of course. How else do you think I learned crime doesn't pay?
Well, I watched it too, but I didn't get that lesson from it. I mean, my living quarters might be rent free, but that's the only thing in my life that's free.
Many people are not free.
Do I hear a story trying to break loose here? Unleash those shackles and set yourself free.
We all have them. Some are just more obvious than others.
Okay. Well, what happened?
It was a dark and stormy night.
Yeah, aren't they all?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. What, that's it? I was just looking for the popcorn.
No, of course it isn't.
Oh, okay. Well, you know my story. Well, sort of. You know the end result. So, how bad can it be?
Well, I once asked a girl to have an abortion, or I would marry her.
I've heard that one before. So what happened?
Usual stuff. We didn't know each other very well then. And when we got to know each other better, we realized we didn't see eye to eye on important issues. Didn't even much like each other, really. Drifted apart.
That sounds like most relationships to me.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's one of the reasons why I started teaching in prisons. I decided it's time that I did some good for a change.
Well, I think you have. Well, it seems like you too have some writing to do, Mr. Teacher Man.
You've got that right, my friend. Let's get started, shall we?
All right. No time like the present. Time waits for no man or woman.
You can't hide back here. You have to address this now.
No!
We have the permit.
So do we.
It's not possible.
We're not discussing this.
Really? You're going to ruin both of our shoots now? We found this space first.
Yeah, well, I'm here now. And I'm not. Why did you do that?
Because I felt like it. You know we don't belong in the same space together.
No kidding. Just like old times, 2.5 words of unmatched bliss.
I thought so.
Bullshit! You are just fishing and you won't catch any. I am shooting my film here today and that's that.
My film is more important.
Yeah, right? What kind of garbage are you working on?
It's one of Griffin's documentaries.
Oh no, you signed up as a DOP for him?
Directing. I'm directing for him.
Oh god, you're better than that.
Well, thanks for noticing. You know, he is getting better.
I seriously doubt that. Is he still working on that unbelievably ridiculous film about real fallen angels in Canada? Were they supposed to be the original German master race?
Oh, did you know he got funding for that from some guy who turned out to secretly be a neo-Nazi?
What? That's sick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's no more crazy than seeing you dressed like this. Is this what I think it is?
That's right, Mike. I'm finally making it. The pinnacle of my writing career is now. I'm making my Citizen Kane and my Rocky Horror Picture Show all rolled up into one.
So you finally raised enough cash to do that ditzy version of Titus Andronicus?
You know exactly, I just maxed out my credit cards again.
Again?
And Jerry helped again.
I can't believe. Remy! You know, he is so in love with you and you just keep using him over and over again?
He likes to help, it makes him happy. Anyway, at least he's upfront about it, unlike you.
Don't go there.
Dr. Jekyll and then Mr. fucking Hyde. You know, if you put half as much work into loving me as you did hating me, you wouldn't be here right now.
No, don't go there, Remy. I can't deal with you thinking that I hate you, because I don't. Loving you is painful enough.
Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, that's from that show. That's not yours.
What show?
Come on, what was it called?
What show?
Come on, you were obsessed with it. Come on, what was it called?
What show?
Oh, don't.
I don't know that show. Don't know that show either.
I give up.
Now that show, I know very well. We started that one.
Maybe you did. I didn't give up.
You call going on a spur-of-the-moment vacation with Jerry a week after we had a blow-up argument and not telling me about it, not giving up.
Come on, I needed space, and it was Jerry, for God's sakes. It meant nothing.
Not according to Jerry.
Yeah, well, Jerry believes that holding hands and making out is a commitment which will surely result in marriage vows. I mean,
You made out? You made out with him?
yeah, so what? He was like my brother.
You made out with him?
Well, like, you've never been affectionate with someone just because.
Just because what?
Because they want to be.
Oh my god.
Besides, you do not get to be jealous anymore. We're not together. Spoiled the spiciness of the sauce, spilled the
Wait,
spermicide, ruined the taste.
Remy,
of the
keep your voice down. Someone might hear us.
I hope they do. After writing this down, pretty good on my roll.
I can never tell if you were serious or joking. It's so confusing.
I can never tell if you seriously love me. So confusing.
You're not an easy person to love or hate. And contrary to what you may think, I never hated you. Loving you is painful enough.
Fleabag! That's the show. That selfish, messed up bitch on screen. You were totally obsessed with her. I could see it all over your stupid face. I was actually jealous of a sitcom character.
Well, you shouldn't have been. You were 10 times worse than her, and I loved you anyway.
Nice compliment.
That is a compliment. Listen, you are so strong, so determined, so capable of doing anything and everything with your life. You need no one. Look, you love playing a little game of damsel in distress once in a while against suckers like Jerry every time, but not me. I saw right through that. And that's why I couldn't take it anymore.
All you men are so intimidated by a strong woman. You know, we have balls too, but they're up here and they're bigger. You send baby-making sperm from your balls and we feed babies from ours. It's really much the same thing. There's power in both sets of balls.
You still don't get it. You never have, and you never will.
What, that men are intimidated by a strong woman?
No, it's just this one time I needed you to not be able to handle things on your own. Like here, now. Like this.
You're not telling me how to handle myself, or things, or... By the way, Jerry's much better hung than you.
Better than that horse we saw at the county fair. At that barn. Yeah.
Well, maybe not quite as well as that stallion.
Yeah, it was stallion he was. Well, yeah, he was going after that mare. But when he saw you holding those apples, he just came galloping right over to you. Just like, with that thing hanging to the ground, waving in the breeze.
Oh, what a perverted animal. The bite of my apples sounds bad.
No, it wouldn't. Who could blame him? I think that stallion was no jackass. He came trotting right over to you. Yeah. So only you.
No, you're gonna ruin everything again.
Why?
Because I mercilessly murder those who try to get close to me. I'm serving them. You're not like this. I am like that. I'm so like that. You just never understood how much.
I'm still doing it.
Yeah, that's because you have this idea of me in your head that I will never be, which is why you hate me one minute and love me the next.
hate you.
No more quotes from silly sitcoms or flighty lines from old movies. Let's just get down to the reality of making a film, okay? So this is my found space. I
No.
totally have a permit.
Yeah.
And you will not screw me out of making my film.
Okay, well, we have our permit.
I don't care if it was blessed by the friggin' Pope. My balls are giving me female power, my version of male dominance and authority over you. Get your goddamn crew off my set. No. I'm not discussing this. Jerry! I didn't know you were coming today. Why don't you get over here for a big fat kiss and cuddle?
Wait. Hey, Jerry, get your hands off her. Jerry, the stallion is coming!
Thanks for this packet of pencils. Where did you get them again?
I gave them to me. They were a gift from his wife who went to Ghost Ranch. And the pencils have sayings from Georgia O'Keeffe on them.
You said sayings from them are from Georgia O'Keeffe? The days one works are the best days. I couldn't agree more.
What was that?
Oh, no. I think it's right.
Oh, I mean, I guess not, but could you wait a little longer?
I know, part of the reason for our getaway was so I could work.
Oh, maybe you could linger a little longer.
I have been lingering, Willa. I've already had like 3 cups. Another and I'll be lingering.
But when will we get a chance to talk?
I am not working, I suppose.
But you're always working, Clark. I mean, I'm beginning to think writing is a crutch, a way of not dealing with me.
Well, you knew I was a writer when you married me. Always known. That's what I do.
Oh, I'm not disputing that. I just need some equal time too.
Maybe you had other outside interests. Maybe take up art again. After all, that was your major in college.
True, but I never really thought of it as a way of making a living. I mean, the only painting I ever sold was to my mom, and that was because she couldn't stand seeing it be the last painting up at the art sale.
So you now have a career in computer sales. Making a pretty penny, as you often say.
Yes, but I don't have a good time. I mean, that's not something I often allow myself to say. What sense does that even make?
A lot when it comes to paying the bills, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but it's starting to get dark out, and the dining room is going to close soon, so
I hear what you're saying. I'm on a roll. You get what I'm saying?
I hear better when you see it in this light. And if we don't get a move on, then the cocoa bon's going to taste more like a rooster.
If I miss dinner, perhaps we can go out when I'm through.
And when might that be?
We're leaving tomorrow, right?
Yes, checkout is 11 a.m.
Lunch. You have a date for lunch. I seem to hate to stop writing. You can say that then. Marriage? Right. Marriage? Right. Right. Right, but you know. How many times have I heard that one? Even used to say when I was teaching writing, didn't know what else to tell those little would-be scriveners with their eager, upturned beaks. Always reminded me of baby birds, waiting for whatever morsel I could drop down their tricky gulls. But those days are long gone, thank goodness. Here's something nobody has written. It's just me and a blank screen, leaping out into the unknown. Here's what I want to do. Write like my life depended on it, because, in a sense, it does. Okay, time to slip open a vein, let it bleed, create that Rorschach of meaning spilling across the page. Working on something I shouldn't be working on. The danger of the unknown. Forbidden fruit to some, paid dirt to others.
Did I startle you?
No. Yes. I was just in the middle of something.
Looks like you're working on law boards and keeping wandering eyes at bay. I'm not going to cheat.
But you may peek. And I'm not ready for outside eyes yet. I'm still in the early stages and I can't be deflected by other people's expectations.
You're not watching porn again, are you, Clark?
What do you mean by again?
You mean to tell me you don't remember that night when I came down to the den at 3 in the morning and caught you red-handed with what's her name on Pornhub?
Red-handed, huh? I mean, that's quite a way of putting it.
Well, I'm a little bit too embarrassed to put a different label on it or call it what it is, or was.
Well, the job of the writer is a deep dive into the unknown, and another consideration is the invasion of privacy. When a door is closed, it might be closed for a reason.
Well, I was wondering when you might be coming to bed.
There are times when a person needs to be alone.
Granted. But there are also times when people need to talk. And this might be one of them.
I appreciate your concern, but I think of it more as a one-off than a pattern.
One-off, pattern. God, you sound more like a flight controller than my husband.
You think I'm just your flyboy crown crew? Maybe I'm the one who has a chance for something better than simply a life of selling this or that. Have you ever considered that?
I've considered a lot of things.
And?
And I haven't liked any of the outcomes.
Okay. I guess I'll call it quits. Coming?
I'll be up soon. That might work for Clark, he has his writing. But me, it seems our marriage is my main event. I mean, if I left tomorrow, what difference would it make? Sure, I could pick up a hobby again. Like you said, but what would it be? Work again? I'm a people person. What I care about is a life well lived, not something that could go up in smoke in a house fire. I mean, the only thing that's gonna go up in smoke is gonna be me going from here to the crematorium. Dare. Do I dare not to? I haven't the nerve to quit. always liked that story where the unhappy spouse, going downstairs to buy a pack of smokes, ends up hailing a cab to JFK, flying off to parts unknown.
Well, Willa?
Is this the universe challenging you or what?
Now who's the solo?
What's your plan, Clark?
I mean, besides driving back home,
Yes, the bigger picture.
I'm supposed to keep on keeping on.
Writing?
That's all I know how to do.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm not so sure.
Does it even make you happy?
I don't think that happy is part of the equation. It's not about being happy.
Then what is it about?
It's what I do.
You could try other things.
I do. You know that. I play guitar and sing. I jog and swim. I play tennis and go for hikes.
Yeah, moneymakers, all of them. You been making money writing?
Truth.
Of course.
There's always that chance.
Oh, so truth.
You know.
Then why do you do it?
As I told you, it's what I do. There's no sell to my soul.
There's no sell to your writing either.
Don't sound cute with computer science.
More to it than that. There's a lot that goes in it.
I imagine so.
Do you want to hear about it?
Do I have a need to know?
Well, not per se. Per se is a term that I use in my sales pitch. Do you know what it means?
As such, thereabouts, for example.
Close, of and by itself. Which is exactly how I feel, Clark. Of and by myself. Abandoned. Adrift. Alone.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's a sorry excuse. It's not gonna cut it. That is not gonna cut it now.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, and you call yourself a writer. Where are your words, man? You need a gift of gab, not some loser's vocab.
Oh, well.
And let me tell you, let me clue you in on another secret here, okay? Seems I've been living my life through you as the writer's wife.
I'm flattered.
Well, don't be, okay? It's been harder and harder to keep up with this ruse. I mean, at least with the painter, I would have canvases to look at. What do I have from an unpublished writer?
There are the words, you know.
If a tree fell in the forest and there was nobody around, does it make a sound?
Who said that again?
George Barkley.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so how about you? What are the sounds that you make?
Mainly of silence and unhappiness.
So, what keeps you going?
Nothing.
Nothing?
What even keeps our marriage going? Clark? You know, you get to the point where you can no longer take another single solitary step.
I have been no stranger to that feeling.
Well, that's exactly where I'm at right now. Seems you're living a lie and I'm living with a stranger.
Okay, so
Seems like I'm just your victim. I'm tired of getting punished.
So, what's next? Should we try couples therapy?
You may not want to hear it.
Try me.
I'm leaving.
What do you mean? What?
Right now.
Right now.
This minute.
Because.
Because.
Where are you going?
Where do the foreman's go?
But what about all your things?
I'm trying to move her. Out with the old, and with the new.
You mean to tell me this is goodbye?
Yes. To the beginning's Airbnb, please? Yeah. How long will that be? Okay. Perfect. Thanks. As soon as my driver gets here.
Oh, Willie.
Don't
Willie?
call me that. Don't call me that.
How will I reach you?
I'm gonna change my number, Clark. No address, no sender, no zone, no such number.
Where are you going?
Gonna travel. I'm gonna travel wild and free. You're an Elvis fan. What's that from?
I don't remember.
Try Hair and Holiday.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I'm gonna pack my bags because this great big world is calling me. There's my driver. I have to go.
Will it wait? What if I told you I'll quit writing and get a real job?
You're gonna keep telling yourself that, Clark. You're gonna need to hear it. I'll call you at some point to see how you're doing. I have to go. Take care of yourself. Have a good life. Jesus Christ, James, you scared me. What are you doing out here?
I needed air.
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Why are you?
You just came from the park?
You wore one in the store, right?
Yeah, of course.
And gloves?
Oh, no, I just brought the good hand sanitizer. Now they're saying we should just wash our hands a lot using hand sanitizers as well as touching things. Anyway, Bart, you should be out here.
Sure, yeah, you're right. Did you get everything?
No, of course not. So panic buying. 3 places and not a single roll of toilet paper, or tissues, or napkins, or paper towels. I did manage to track down a single packet of baby wipes. That's the last one. But I know there's one clogged toilet, so we're just gonna have to keep staying on TV until we figure something else out.
Well, I'm not using little squares of flannel like my mom made me.
It's a very frugal lady.
Yeah, embarrassingly so. I swore I'd never be that level of frugal in my life. So, how was it today? The hunting group gathering grounds?
Scary? Creepy? Like, scarier than usual?
At this time?
I don't know if it was just those scrubbed down, completely empty shelves where the household paper products and cleaning solvents used to be, or the gaping hole where the beer and wine used to be. Or just everybody walking around with their masks and protective gloves with friggin' garbage bags under their clothes. well, I guess it is the new normal. So really, it was business as usual at the local supermarket.
Maybe you should wear more protection.
And
You
there were
should...
more like exotic designer masks this time. There were like polka dots and animal faces and smiley faces and skulls. And one of them even had penises on it. Yeah. One of the cashiers said to this woman, "Your mask has penises on it." She said, "If you can see their penises, then you're standing too close to me. Social distance, please." I don't know whether to laugh or cry. It's intensive.
I'm sorry you're the one to have to go.
We both know why, and there's nothing to apologize for. I'm, strong enough usually for this.
Usually?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, what happened?
Oh, I kept almost bumping into the same lady in the aisles. Like middle-aged, probably, dark eyes. Really noticed the eyes now. But anyway, we kept almost intersecting, and she'd wait, or I'd wait for the other one to finish up what we were doing and move away. But then this one time, I came around the corner, and there she was, car parked looking at something. Before I had a chance to move, she turned suddenly and saw me. And there was this palpable look of panic in her eyes, like I was a predator. And she looked away and we awkwardly scuffled in opposite directions. But I swear, I know it sounds silly, but I am never going to forget that look as long as I live. And I don't have to say it again, but you shouldn't get me without a mask. You should.
No one comes out here anymore. Not even our favorite delinquent teens from the neighborhood. I sort of miss their shenanigans. It's too safe now.
No, Chance, they're not clean.
Right, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
Chance, don't give it to me.
Right, Audrey, I got a call from Penny while you were out. She was sobbing uncontrollably on the phone.
Is my brother okay?
Seth? Yeah, he's fine. Penny's fine too. With their neighbor. Oh my god.
What happened?
She watched from her kitchen window as the ambulance showed up to her neighbor's house, and next thing she knew, he was being rushed into the yard on a stretcher.
Oh, shit, not the boy.
No, the father.
Why the yard?
They didn't have time to get him to the hospital. They just had to do it there. They just had to work on him in the yard, and they made his wife and son stay in the house. They weren't allowed out. They just had to watch from the back window as it all happened. Yeah. They tried to save him, but she watched from the back windows and just gasped and just collapsed like a rag doll and died.
She saw that in the window.
She said the paramedics looked like astronauts with all their protective gear on, except for one who was wearing a garbage bag instead of a real hospital protection cap. She said it was like watching aliens working on the moon. It was so surreal. She couldn't stop crying. Yeah, after that phone call, I had to come out and get some fresh air myself, so I decided to wait for you.
Well, thanks, but you probably shouldn't come anywhere near me until I get all this shit cleaned up. And I should call them inside.
No, wait. Wait a second.
What?
There's something else I wanted to tell you, and I don't want to wait until you're all...
I gotta get some milk and ice cream.
You can wait.
Oh boy, what's so important about that milk to spoil and ice cream to
You.
Me?
You're urgently important. Oh,
Okay, did you take your meds today?
that's very funny. No, this is about God and some other stuff.
God and some other stuff. Oh, I better sit down. I feel a long one coming on.
Do you know what a juggernaut is?
Familiar with the term, but no, not to define it.
And so, in the early 14th century, Franciscan missionary Father Ulrich brought back to Europe the story of an enormous carriage that carried the image of the Hindu god Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Right. Whose title was Jagannath, literally Lord of the World. Now, this enormous carriage would ride through the streets of India during religious processions. Ulrich reported that he witnessed several worshippers deliberately allow themselves to be crushed underneath the wheels of this giant vehicle as a sacrifice to Vishnu.
Nice God.
And so, after that story, in English, the word juggernaut is a literal or metaphorical force regarded as merciless, destructive, and unstoppable.
And?
That's me.
I don't get it.
I am that to you.
That's insane.
No. I am the cart rolling over you and mercilessly killing you every single day. I am the insane one to be putting you through this.
Putting me through what? Everybody's going through a lot right now. A lot of people are on unemployment. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And I still have my job for the end of the summer. And after that, well, who knows? But that's not important.
It's a big deal now. Like, a really big one. Like, I can't just keep letting you go be exposed to death out there.
It's not as bad as it would sound.
Well, let me go out there. I'll shop.
No. Your immune system can't take it. We've discussed this. You can't go, and that's that.
Okay, so the truth comes out now. It is a lot worse out there. You're just trying to shield me from it.
You've got to stop watching those nightly news programs. It's really not good for you.
Don't you get it? None of this is good for anyone. Okay? Like, my job was our health insurance.
Yeah, well, things will be better in a couple of weeks. You'll be back to work.
Okay. Yeah, that was the other wonderful the phone call I got while you were out, is that I'm not going to be hired back. Jeff called. It was a decision they made just this morning. He said they have to cut down, like, with the private business, blah, blah, blah. I don't really remember what the actual details were. I just pretty much zoned out after he said to let you go currently.
Yeah, well, unemployment will be for a while.
No, why don't you get it? Why don't you see how bad I am for you? I am your juggernaut.
No, I know you haven't taken your meds.
Okay, would you just stop it and just open your eyes and see?
Look, I'm getting these inside, and then we'll talk about this.
No, I don't want you to clean anything. I don't want you to put anything away. Okay?
You sound really insane.
I just want to get the virus and die and give you some peace.
What?
What? Why not? Why shouldn't I? I mean, we can't make it without the health insurance for me. It'll bankrupt us or worse. You'll be better off if I'm gone and you just won't have to take care of me anymore.
You don't mean that.
Oh, don't I? Watch. There's a quick way to kill myself. Courtesy of Mother Nature. I hope it works quick. No, Audrey! No, Audrey!
You're doing it! I'm going
You can't! Oh, it's not supposed to be you. It's supposed to be me, Audrey. It's supposed to be me.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Let's play the commercial song. When the road looks rough ahead, and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Well, you got a friend in me. Stick together and see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. Alright, let's go have some melted ice cream spoon.
Excuse me, miss. You come here often?
You can do better than that, sir.
Still, do you?
No, I'm just passing through.
Perhaps you care to sit down? Maybe even set down roots?
Well, that's a tall order for a chit-chat.
Well, you are right about that.
What exactly should I not get back on that bus?
You're not on the run, are you?
Thanks to the vote of confidence. I may ask, sir, what exactly is your story?
Me? I'm just the self-appointed Chamber of Commerce, unofficial mayor, and welcome wagon, all rolled up into one.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Helping hand if needed. Wouldn't go amiss.
Better believe it, miss.
Okay, well, since you've been so accommodating, try this one for size. I am on the run.
Been living a life too full of harassment has. Well, true for me too, I must confess. It's time to slow down, do less, enjoy more. I guess we've got to that stage in the game. Adamo is my handle. Not too hard to grasp. What might be yours?
Well, truth be told, I thought we were beyond all that, but since you've asked, Evelyn, you can call me Eve.
You can call me Adam.
No, I think I'll stick to Adamo if you don't.
No problem. Tell me about your situation, Eve. Is it based on carelessness, sin, something in between?
It's based on someone big and tall who owns a gun.
The possibility of death does raise the ante, that's for sure. So, who is this fellow with the gun?
Oh, you're making the wrong assumption. It's a woman.
Got me there, sure shoot. Can't deny that. Now, is this a matter of money or passion or something old hat?
Whatever else could it be? I wonder.
It might be from the great beyond. Because if this were something out of sci-fi, well, that might be the case.
It's closer to home than that. In fact, she's closer to my age.
Try this on for size. I'd say you've been messing around with the wrong woman's husband.
Well, hats off to you, cowboy. He was the lead guitar on Beatles tribute band, and we found each other when I guest starred on While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Well, Eve, how about them apples? Sometimes I turn out to be smarter than I actually look. And seeing as how you just got off the stage,
Is that what you call buses around here?
we're a little old-fashioned in these here parts. Charms the tourists, don't you know?
Like me?
No. I think you're closer to being one of us. Not someone who just got off the bus.
Well, that's good to hear. Okay, so where do I start? Admittedly, I was a bit in arrears.
More than a bit is what I've heard.
Oh, don't be absurd. How would you know?
Well, word gets around when you get beyond the neon and glass.
Not so fast. Can't know all the things that I've been through.
So it's been a challenge, has it, Wes?
That's for sure.
And for a woman like you, suave and demure,
Wow, when the allure meets allure, all bets are off.
don't make me scoff. You're a reasonable person, not some out-of-touch toff.
In matters of the heart, people are not always so smart, is what I've learned.
Perhaps you should stop while you're ahead. If you go too far, you may not wake up. You may be found on the wrong side of death.
You're not going to hurt me, are you?
What? You got too much to give? More life to live?
Well, yeah, that's exactly why I got on that bus. To get away from a bad situation, to get out of Riverside.
Riverside? Eve, you were in Riverside.
What?
This is Riverside too. There's a Riverside in all but 4 states. You didn't know that?
Oh, You've gotta be kidding me. That is ridiculous. Which for?
Let's see. There's one in Alaska, one in Oklahoma, then there's Riverside, Hawaii, and another in Louisiana, too.
Wow. It's amazing. Makes me think of this story I read called Appointment in Samara.
What might that be then?
Well, in an attempt to flee death, a traveler runs off to Samara, but it turns out that's where death is actually living.
Well, if the devil is due.
He who rushes quickly meets death.
You Italian? I first heard that expression in a small village in northern Italy. I just thought you might be Italian.
No, I heard it in a literature class.
What are you, some kind of bookworm?
English major, former high school English teacher.
Trade school here.
Okay, I like someone who can work with his hands, doing real work, getting things done.
Yeah, that's fine and dandy, but what if I told you I was hired to rub you out?
Wait, you tell me you really are Mr. Death?
Life can be stranger than fiction. Don't you agree?
Are you packing a 6-shooter?
No. I was just going to throw you under the bus.
I thought that was just an expression.
You're just joking. Yeah, of course. Please just tell me I'm joking.
You're not sure what to believe, are you?
As a matter of fact, no.
I think so also.
So what exactly should I get?
Look, I can no more kill you than I could outrun the bus to the next riverside. But I can tell you what I will do.
Throw me back on the bus?
Toss us both on the bus and skedaddle.
Wait, I don't get it.
Look, I've taken a shine to you. I'm looking around, baggage of my own, and I too am in the market for a fresh start. Now, what say you to both of us getting back on that bus?
What other choice do I have?
Much you're gonna lack. I may be your best option.
How do I know if you really are Mr. Death?
You don't?
Well, so why would I get back on that bus with you?
Let's review your choices. You stay here. Death is after you. Get on that bus and death is beside you. And don't you think you're better off with Mr. Death there by your side?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, that kind of thing, right?
You got it, sister. You know, there's a lot of wisdom in that old saying. I remember when I first heard it too. From an old innkeeper named Fortuna. What an odd duck he was. He had nothing but bad luck too.
That's who said it first?
Well, some say it was Machiavelli. Others, Sun Tzu.
Not Al Pacino from The Godfather.
No, Evelyn. I think it was voiced long before his time.
Are you trying to say you're immortal?
No one lives forever. Not even Mr. Death. So, what is it? Are we getting on that bus together or what?
I don't know. This is a lot to take in, Mr. Death, but I don't know. What's in it for you?
As I said.
Yeah.
As I said, I've taken the shine to you. There's no accounting for the ways of the heart. Not even for Mr. Death.
Okay. Well, I guess forget and move on.
Let's say you do a sandwich before we get on board.
Yeah, I'm famished.
Chopped liver and tongue on rye sound about right?
Perfect. Coleslaw and pickle come with?
Of course. Mayo or mustard?
You decide.
That girl.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Shoot.
Are you afraid of death?
Before I answer that, I'd like to run that by you.
No.
And why might that be?
Because I believe there's a heaven. What about you?
I don't fear death either.
Do you believe there's a heaven?
I wouldn't go that far. But I do like to sleep. Death. Death is going to be nothing. Not one long sleep.
Okay. Next question.
Who are you? The Grand Inquisitor?
Grand Inquisitor.
No, look, in trade school they made us read real books too. The Brothers Karamazov is my favorite. I can see the sun, but even if I cannot see the sun, I know that it exists, and to know that the sun is there, that is the...
That's great. Fyodor Dostoevsky, he was one of my favorites. The mystery in human existence lies not in just living, but in finding something to live for. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Adamo, what exactly is your plan?
I mean, besides getting something to eat before we board.
Yeah.
Well, I've always enjoyed the roads off the beaten path, you know, those long rides to nowhere. Even back alleys. I mean, these are the places where I've often found the best adventures. But this time, I admit, I strayed a mite too far. It's time for me to route my course and set out once again.
Okay. But, the grand plan, the bigger picture.
Well, Eve, I guess it would be to not die in a feeding tube at the end of a long, dark hallway. I want to die young, but as late as possible.
Well, that makes sense, Mr. Death Adamo.
Eve, you don't seem very surprised by any of this.
About the last name may be Death, but to me, you're always a mister. Well, partner, so we gotta move on. If we're gonna start a new beginning, we got a lot of miles before our next riverside.
I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside.
Rolling, rolling, rolling like a river. Rolling, rolling, rolling like a river. Rolling, rolling, rolling like a river.